Hello there, Aquarius. Thank you for stopping by for your video tarot forecast for the week of June 29th through July the 5th. And so let's see, I am using the Russian Tarot of St. Petersburg once again this week. And what we have coming up right off the bat is we have the Five of Swords. Five of Swords is telling me, Aquarius, that on Monday you're going to be involved in a situation where everybody is supposed to be working towards the same target or the same goal. However, instead of doing that, everyone sort of has different agendas about how to get to that target or that goal, and so that's really causing the whole project to get bogged down in the mud and not move forward. The thing here, though, is if you can kind of get everybody on the same page and working together, then what I'm hearing is that things can move forward splendidly, but it's a matter of unifying the force. So, and you're the one who's seeing this video hopefully ahead of time, so you have that opportunity. You've got the heads up that most of the rest of them aren't going to have about what needs to happen here. Alright, so Tuesday, what you have showing up is you have the Queen of Swords in reverse. I'm feeling like this is going to be somebody that you have an interaction with for most of you. A few of you, this is going to be you. Queen of Swords is, when I see the Queen of Swords, I think of Queen of Sorrows. I know that's kind of sacrilegious because the Catholic Church has the Queen of Sorrows, and that's Mary because, you know, her own son was crucified. But that's what I think of when I see Queen of Swords. So Queen of Sorrows. Queen of Swords is somebody who has been through a lot. A lot of times Queen of Swords is a widow or somebody who has lost a child. And when the Queen of Swords comes in reverse, this is actually a good thing. This is showing that this person that you're probably interacting with is coming into a place where they are letting go of some of the sadness. They're processing through and letting some of that sadness release from them. And so they are starting to come into a place where they're realizing that life is going to move forward and they have the choice to participate in it, and maybe participating in it would be okay after all. They're starting to lose some of the guilt about living even after somebody else is not living. So that's kind of an extreme, that's like the most extreme version of the Queen of Swords. But the Queen of Swords is somebody who is blue or depressed, and so I do feel like you're going to be interacting with someone who basically is blue or depressed, but they're finally coming into a place where they're starting to see some light, and you're interacting with them whenever they're in that situation coming up on Tuesday. For a few of you, the Queen of Swords actually is going to be you, some of you Aquarius ladies, and I'm hearing a few of the Aquarius men as well. But not for most of you. Most of you are just interacting with this person and sort of helping them to lift their energy and their spirits a little bit on Tuesday. Now, Wednesday, what you have showing up is the Two of Clubs. The Two of Clubs just means that you're making a decision on Wednesday, Aquarius, and this is a decision between two things that you care very much about. So between both of those things, you are coming up with you're having to set a priority where you have to leave one behind and go forward with the other one. And if you don't leave one behind and go forward with the other one, then what happens is you don't have enough energy to keep pushing forward with both of these, so neither of them moves forward at all. So that's why it's necessary to make that decision on Wednesday. I don't see you having any kind of procrastination about it. I do see you going ahead and making this decision quite well on Wednesday. Now Thursday, Aquarius, we're seeing the Emperor in reverse. For some of you, this is going to be you, and for some of you, this is somebody that you're interacting with. I think it's like about half and half here. So the Emperor in reverse is somebody who is having a hard time being cheerful. That's the nicest way I know to say it. In other words, this is a grump. Okay, so this is, besides being kind of grumpy since he's coming in reversed, he's also an authority figure, which makes it a little bit more challenging to look past his grumpiness, because chances are that this is actually going to be affecting you on Thursday. His moods, his attitudes are going to be affecting you on Thursday. So you want to keep your interaction with this person as short as you possibly can. Try to stay away from them as much as you possibly can, just so that you get to minimize any negative interactions that might come out of his mood or his behavior. And if it's you, and you notice that you're being kind of grumpy on Thursday, maybe you want to go in your office and close the door and try to see as few people as possible that day until you're feeling better and you can get your attitude turned around. Because the thing is, when we're feeling grumpy, we're feeling agitated, we're in that negative emotional place. Anything that we do at that point generally ends up backfiring on us. So if you're feeling that way, you want to try to find a way to change your attitude so that you can feel in a better place, that you can make those better decisions that you're going to be proud of later on. Okay, so enough on that. Friday, what we have showing up is we have the Four of Clubs in reverse. Four of Clubs in reverse just talks about somebody leaving the nest. That's my general theme for this card. So leaving the nest can be anything from going away for a military tour of duty, being transferred from one branch location to another. And this may be you, this may be somebody around you, but somebody is leaving the nest. This can also be, if you're in a relationship, this can be a split up. Somebody's leaving the nest when you split up. Usually, though, I want to say that the Four of Clubs, that kind of split up is typically a short-lived one. Usually the person comes back. Let's see. What else could that be? That could be somebody going off to college. That can be somebody moving out of mom and dad's house. So this is just somebody around you, or maybe even you, but for most of you, it's somebody near you is leaving the nest on Friday. Now, Saturday, Four of Cups in reverse. This is actually a good card. Four of Cups in reverse just says that you felt the temptation to enjoy a pity party. As much as you can enjoy a pity party, I'm not sure that those two really go together. But anyway, you decided that you would rather start looking at some of the opportunities that are around you that are positive than sit in the pity party. And so that's a good thing. So I see that on Saturday. On Saturday, you're examining new opportunities, figuring out, where you want to put some time and efforts, and just looking at new and hopeful things for yourself. Sunday, you have the Five of Cups. And the Five of Cups talks about a situation where somebody or some situation or something disappointed you, and so now you've decided to rearrange your priorities. So whatever energy or efforts that you were putting towards that thing, now you're not going to be putting as much towards that thing. Now you're going to be adjusting that so that you're focusing more on something else that you think won't be as disappointing to you as whatever this was that disappointed you already. Okay? So Aquarius, that is your week. For those of you who would like to schedule a private session with me, feel free to check out my website. I'm at amista.info, amista.info. Once you're there and you've looked around, if you still feel like I'm the best reader for you, feel free to contact me and we'll schedule a session for you as quickly as possible. Right now, I don't have too much of a waiting list. I can probably take care of you either the day you contact me or the next day. And let's see. I don't know how long that will last, though. So let's see. What else do you need to know? I think that's it. Everyone have a great week. I'll see you all here next week. Peace out.